So this week, our three impact players are defensive tackle and running back. Ivan Asinas. He is a two-way starter, all-league from last year. He's a leading rusher, also leads our team in tackles for loss and sacks, so we expect a great game out of him.
I think our team is very, hardworking. We've been training since off season. We are 0-2, but I believe that our strengths and our talent is there. Half of our team is probably sophomores. Them coming up with us is very important, that they get to the level of understanding what the seniors know, like myself, and putting the
So this week, our three impact players are defensive tackle and running back. Ivan Asinas. He is a two-way starter, all league from last year. He's a leading rusher, also leads our team in tackles for loss and sacks, so we expect a great game out of him.
I think our team is very, hardworking. We've been training since off season. We are 0-2, but I believe that our strengths and our talent is there. Half of our team is probably sophomores. Them coming up with us is very important, that they get to the level of understanding what the seniors know, like myself, and putting the work in, the grind, not mentally putting us down, but putting each other up. That's the only way we're going to win a game.
We also have our receiver, cornerback Eric Gonzalez, another senior. Is also our leading receiver and probably our second leading rusher. He goes both ways, never comes off the field, so we expect big things out of him. And
in order for us to win this week, it's going to take a lot of hard work, dedication, especially a lot of commitment. Whole team's got to want it. Our loss last week, really, is going to keep us on our toes.
And our third impact players are offensive guard and nose guard. Margarito Guzman, number 66. And another great game out of him. He's been doing a great job going both ways. So we're looking forward to what these guys do on Friday night.
In order for us to win this week, we got to improve on defense. Most of our DBs, our outside seven, we have to get more physical, more violent off the ball. What I took out of last week was a tough loss. We have to be more determined, more focused in the fourth quarter. Can't give up, can't be making mistakes, simple mistakes.
So we have sound for you now. Apologies. So here we go. Punt formation for Costa Mesa. The kick is up. Ball hits about the 41, 42 yard line. Takes Costa Mesa bounce to the 30 where it's going to be downed.
Punt is down at the 30-yard line of La Quinta. It'll be first and 10 La Quinta. 43-yard punt.
That's going to be a first and 10 for La Quinta at their own 30. Still a steady drizzle coming down here. Expecting this to probably last throughout the night here at Monsoor Stadium. I know at Bolsa Grande there was a nice little downpour, as AD Dave Mamelli texted me a little bit earlier. And we apologize for the sound, but we are rolling now. New setup here due to the Wi-Fi issues last week, so we're getting there. Aztecs come in a nice old school formation. 2 wide receivers, looks like a bunch formation. Motion, pitch to the right side. Beautiful. Still on his feet. That looks like it was, let me get it, I believe Ivan Arsenis. Ivan Arsenis on the carry. It's going to be a first down. First down for La Quinta. Gain of 17 yards on that play. So I'm excited to see Arsenis both on offense and defense. Two-way stud. Hard hitter on defense, so expect some big things from him tonight. Aztecs have the ball at their own 48-yard line, marching toward the right side of the 50. The band playing. I'm excited. Ben's excited. Kang's taking selfies. But we're having fun here. Aztecs with the snap, pitch to the left side again. Arsenis this time breaks it up the middle. Has a big gain again. Gain of about 15, maybe 16, 17 yards on that play. That's another first down for the Aztecs. So Aztecs, 2 quick runs. They're playing the rain game today. Nothing in the air. All on the ground. Just old school smash mouth football. Aztecs break the huddle. Ball now on the Costa Mesa 35-yard line. Again in that bunch formation. Single back. Man in motion again. Pitch to the right side again. Arsenis again up the middle. This time a gain of about 6 yards, 5 yards. It's going to be second down. Calling it a gain of 5. So Aztecs just keeping the ball on the ground, and why wouldn't you? You've got a steady stream of water coming from the air. Aztec quarterback under center. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle. No, taking out to the right, the left side. Even I was. That's going to be a touchdown for the Aztecs. Not Mustangs. We apologize. We apologize. That's a touchdown for the Aztecs. No flags on the play. As we go, we're gonna try that one again, and don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. Our scoreboard app is a little bit wonky today, but that was a touchdown for La Quinta. Now to kick the extra point. That was number 8 on the carry. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We're going to get the graphics right here. Ben's first time on graphics. We're going to get it right. For some reason, it's not working the way we want it to work anyway. So we're going to go ahead and see if it's going to give the extra point. There we go. Don't know what this is doing here. There we go. There we go. We're going to get it. Ben and Kang couldn't be here last week. It was a Thursday game, so they're a little bit out of it. They're rusty, but we'll get back into it. Ben's first time on graphics. Kang's first time on the main camera, so we're going to get it. But these are 2 young men who are willing and eager to learn, so I am very appreciative of them, and you'll see their improvement definitely throughout this game. I believe that's number 22 out to kick, Michael Palacios. Not Eric Garcia, Michael Palacios out there to kick the ball to the Mustangs after that beautiful touchdown by the Aztecs. And a little squibbler again, fielded at about the 20-yard line, taken to the left side. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. It's going to be first down Costa Mesa from about the 25-yard line of the Aztecs. 8:42 left to go here in the first quarter. Still an early ball game. But La Quinta taking that ball on the ground, riding it all the way into the end zone for a 7-0 lead. Mustangs come out in a shotgun formation, trips left. Richards gets ready to take the snap, hands the ball off immediately to number 22, number 22, Brett McDonough.
That's Brett McDonough.
Brett McDonough. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. It's going to be second down for the Mustangs.
Second down, 7.
Gain of 3. I'm always off by 1 yard, but you know what? At least I'm not waiting for the PA announcer. We're just trying to stay ahead of the game here. So Mustangs coming out on second down. Rain still not letting up here. Trips left again for the Mustangs. Richards takes the snap, looks to pass, has a man open to the left side, look for a little screen pass, but underthrown. Charles Grover, or not Charles Grover, Ethan Smithland. I have these rosters mixed up. Here we go, we're gonna get it right this time. We have third down for the Mustangs. 3rd and 7. Mustangs looking to get something going after their first drive ended in a punt. Trips left again for the Mustangs. Richards takes the snap, passes immediately, same play, this time overthrown. Riley Weinstein, the intended receiver on the play. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Mustangs. So La Quinta defense coming up big here on the second drive once again, keeping the Mustangs in check. You can see water puddling up around the track here at Monsoor Stadium. Oh, a bad snap on the punt. And the Aztecs are going to get that ball at the Mustang 21-yard line after that play. Are there flags on the play? What's going on here? Let's see. There is some confusion on the field here. And there was a flag on the play as we wait for the call. Penalty going to be on the Mustang. That's going to move them back about 10 yards. 5 yards. Illegal procedure. I'm sure the Aztecs would rather have the result of the play there. They would have had that ball at the Mustang 21-yard line. Just knocking on touchdown's door right there. This time the snap. They get it off. Punt gets off. Ball takes an Aztec bounce this time. Lands at the Aztec 45-yard line. Bounces back and then down at the 47-yard line by the Mustangs. So here we go. La Quinta coming out for their second drive. Looking to add more points on to the scoreboard. Run game working really well for them on that first drive. Aztecs come out with another bunch formation. I'm going to call it a bunch formation. 2 wide receivers. Man comes in motion. A little trickery there. Handoff to the left side to number 30, Christian Aparicio. Gets about 9 yards on the play. It's going to be second down and 1. Aztecs doing a great job of, you know, keeping this Costa Mesa defense on its heels. A little bit of misdirection. That option formation is working really well for the Aztecs tonight, and they look to be using everybody, all their personnel getting touches on the ball, and that's a good way to keep a defense guessing. Here we go, 2nd and 1 from the Mustang 44-yard line. Man in motion again. Here we go, another option play, this time handed off to the right side. That's a first down and some. Cooper Starnes on the carry. Gets a gain of about 8 yards. It's going to be a first down for the Aztecs. So Aztecs again just keeping it on the ground and pound. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Run seems to be working very well early here. Still an early ball game, but they're finding a formula that's working here. Ball now on the 34-yard line. Another handoff straight up the middle. Costa Mesa expecting it that time. Gain of maybe 2 yards on the play. It's going to be a 2nd down for the Aztecs. Charles Grover gets the play from the sideline. Aztecs still in that formation. Pitch to the right side. Another gain of about 2 yards on the play. Cooper Starnes on the carry that time. Clock still running here. 5 minutes left to go here in, or 5 minutes and 25 seconds or so left to go here in the first quarter. Now we can feel a nice steady breeze from the outside, but in this booth it's a little humid. Aztecs with a receiver to the far left side, top of the screen there for you. Grover takes the snap. Asenas again up the middle. Asenas going to get the first down. So that's it. I mean, that's the formula that's working for the Aztecs right now, is just run the ball. You challenge the Mustangs to stop you. And right now, that doesn't seem to be what's happening. So 1st and 10 at the Mustang 19-yard line for the Aztecs.
First and 10 from the 19 of Costa Mesa.
Grover gets ready to take the snap. Handoff again up the middle to the left side. Gain of about 8 yards on the play.
That's Cooper Starnes.
Cooper Starnes on the carry that time. So Aztecs getting a lot of guys into the mix here early. A lot of good shiftiness and movement with that formation. It's really hard to figure out who's going to get the ball until it's almost too late. Grover again takes the play, breaks the huddle. Hand off to Senes to the left side. Still on his feet. That's a hard man to take down. It took 4 guys from Costa Mesa to take him down. It's going to be a 2nd down for the Aztecs. Ball on the 5-yard line. So right there, just, they're calling it the 6. That's definitely the 5-yard line. Grover breaks the huddle. Aztecs with 2 wide this time. Snap, handoff to Asenas right up the middle. That's going to be a touchdown for the Aztecs. So Aztecs, once again, scoring. So Aztecs scoring, of course, it did not give us our points here, but here we go. We're going to add them automatically. No. So La Quinta, Costa Mesa doesn't have any points. Here we go. There we go. So 13-0 La Quinta. And this time the kick is no good. Looked like it may have been blocked. So La Quinta getting ready to kick the ball off to the Mustangs. Hopefully we can get our touchdown graphic working. Technology is a funny thing. Everything's strenuously tested throughout the week, but when it comes time for it to work, it has a mind of its own. Palacios getting ready to kick off to the Mustangs, who are about to receive the ball for the 3rd time. Their first 2 drives ending in punts. And the Aztecs taking advantage, holding on to a 13-0 lead here with 2:42 left to go in the first quarter. Palacios again with another squib kick. Gets to the 3rd level of the Mustang return team. Nice little return on that play. Received at about the 25, taken for about 10 yards. It's going to be a first down for the Mustangs. Ball on the 35-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to mark it. Maybe the 36. So let's see if the Mustangs can settle in here and get a decent drive going here early on. Been very tough. The Aztec defense prepared and ready, playing like a team looking to really get their first win here tonight. Everything looking good for the Aztecs here early on. Pitch out to the left, number 22 with a nice little hit. That was Brett McDonough on the carry. Gets maybe 1 yard on the play.
That's Brett McDonough, gain of 1. Tackle made by John Tong. 2nd down and 9.
So 2nd down and 9 here for the Mustangs. Early on, they tried to go for the pass. Kind of dialed that back still. Water still steady falling here. Nice little drizzle. Richards under center. 3 wide receivers. Pitch to the right side. McDonough again. He fumbles the ball and lands on it at about the 32-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 6 yards. That'll bring up a 3rd down for the Mustangs. Calling it a loss of 7 yards on the play. Mustangs coming out here, getting ready to take this 3rd down play. They've got 3rd and long, 3rd and about 15 yards to go. Richards takes the snap, has a rush coming at him. Dump off to McDonough, who gets tackled in the backfield for a loss of about 4 yards. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Mustangs as the clock is winding down here in the first quarter. Let's see if they try to get a play off here or if they try to run the clock down as much as they can. Eric Gonzalez deep to catch the punt. This young man is a playmaker, so don't look for the Mustangs to try and get the ball in his hands too many times tonight. Snap, the punt, a high punt. Lands at the 45 and takes a Mustang bounce all the way down to the 30-yard line.
39-yard punt.
39-yard punt.
Takes over 1st and 10.
So we have a 1st and 10 for the Aztecs. 8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, so this will, of course, barring any penalty here, be the last play of the first quarter here at Monsoor Stadium. So Aztecs lining up in that familiar formation from their own 30-yard line. The snap, a pitch to Asenas, who takes it to the left side, bounces it outside, gets upfield, has the first down and some. Gain of about 14 yards on the play. That's going to end the first quarter here at Monsoor Stadium. Gain of about 15 yards. So while we have a break in the action, let me tell you about something exciting coming up here for all of you high school juniors and seniors and your parents. You are invited to attend Garden Grove Unified School District's 2022 College Fair coming up next Thursday, September 15th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Great Wolf Lodge. At this free event, students and parents will be able to meet with representatives from public and private colleges and universities. Attendees will also have the opportunity to ask questions and gather brochures and materials from college and university information booths. College representatives from in and out of state schools will provide information about entrance requirements, programs and courses of study, student housing, and financial assistance. District guidance counselors will also be available to answer questions. Interpretation will be available in Spanish, Vietnamese, Arabic, and Korean. For more information, please call the Department of Parent and Community Outreach at 714-663-6084. That's the Department of Parent and Community Outreach at 663-6084. And that's a great event. And even though we're live broadcasting next week, the Santiago Magnolia game, you can always tune in on YouTube while you're at the college fair, but make sure you are taking down information. You don't want to be too distracted. This is a very good event. Ben, I hope you're going. Kang, you as well, juniors and seniors. So actually, you guys, if you're not broadcasting, you can go. If not, we'll get you some brochures. We'll get you some information. So the Aztecs looking to start off this second quarter. They have a first down at the 45-yard line. Great first quarter. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Defense, holding the Mustangs to 3 punts. So everything going good for the Aztecs. Let's see if they can keep it up. The snap handoff to quarterback keeper. Ooh, that's a nice tackle, but not before a gain of 5 by Charles Grover. Calling it a gain of 6. So Charles Grover taking a little bootleg there.
Second down and 4.
Second down and 4 for the Aztecs. Not bad. They say you get 3 yards a pop, you'll never get off the field. He got 6. That's 2 and 1. So Aztecs looking good again here on their 3rd drive of the game. Grover now under center, getting ready to take the snap. Crowd getting a little bit lively here. Handoff to number 10, who bounces it to the outside, gets the first down and some. Taking a man down as he heads out of bounds. That was Steve Mejia.
Steve Mejia. Gain of 10, first down, La Quinta. From the Costa Mesa 40-yard line.
Aztecs now on the right side of the 50 at the Costa Mesa 40-yard line. Grover, a sophomore, doing very well here tonight. Good to see the youth on this team on that last play and the last few plays just doing some good things for the Aztecs as he gets ready to take the snap. Handoff to Cooper Starnes. Gets stopped at about the line of scrimmage. So one of the first plays here tonight where the Aztecs weren't able to get some good yardage. That's going to bring up second down. Gets back to about the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 here for the Aztecs.
Made by Guerrero.
Fernando Guerrero on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Good game.
So Grover again getting ready to get the snap under center. Mejia in the backfield with him. Handoff, nope, he's going to keep it himself. Grover to the left side and taken down almost immediately. So the Mustang defense holding strong here for the first 2 plays. That's going to bring up 3rd down for the Aztecs. It's one thing that you can say with teams that run is you have to have tough athletes. You have to have athletes that are, you know, ready and able to give a hit as well as take a hit, and these Aztecs seem to be able to do both here tonight. One of the key things that was, you know, I took out of visiting them this past Tuesday was they needed to play with a lot of violence and aggression. And so far tonight, they are fulfilling that end of their wishes here. So Grover under center. Hands off to Mejia up the middle. Taken down by a whole trio of Mustangs. Ball pops out there at the end of the play, but the whistle had blown the play dead. So Aztecs, for the first time tonight, are facing a 4th down. Looks like the offense might be staying on the field, but that just could be that everyone on the offense is on the punt team as well.
4th and 6.
Looks like the Aztecs heading to the sideline to talk things over. So 4th and 6 here for the Aztecs from the Mustang 36-yard line. Clock running here.
Timeout, La Quinta.
La Quinta now officially taking a timeout. I guess we can, you know, guess that they will be going for it here, trying to dial up the right play. And still, this precipitation has not let up. It's still a steady drizzle here. Just, it looks like a sheet of just, you know, light rain falling onto the field here. We could very well have a different game here if it wasn't raining. I'm sure the weather really dictating the Aztec game plan. They did pass the ball quite a few times last week. Eric Gonzalez did have a receiving touchdown. And they are a team that likes to throw the ball. So I'm sure the game plan here this week is just to be very mindful of the weather, which was, you know, I'm sure unexpected. But nevertheless, you know, great teams and good coaches are able to adjust and do what's needed to battle everything, and that includes the elements. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Man in motion. Pitch to Asenas, who gets around the left side, still on his feet. Ooh, gain of about 4 yards, but short of the first down. That's going to be a first down for the Mustangs. So that's the first drive that the Aztecs were not able to get into the end zone. But you have to be happy with the way your defense is playing so far in this game. Aztec defense holding strong, limiting the Mustangs really for the most part, you know, on their first 3 drives. I don't believe the Mustangs have been on the Aztec side of the field. Mustangs here with the ball at their own 31-yard line. Looks like Costa Mesa might be taking a timeout themselves. A little bit of confusion there on the field. So like I said, next week we will have a special Thursday night version of Garden Grove Unified School District's High School Football Friday. We have the Santiago Cavaliers taking on the Magnolia Sentinels. And they used to be in the same league a long time ago. I believe it, I can't remember off the top of my head. It may have been the Orange League, maybe the Irvine League. maybe the Freeway League, but they were in the same league at one point back in the 1960s before the Garden Grove League was formed in 1966. So that should be a good matchup. The Cavs getting a big win last night, scoring 22 unanswered points to beat Estancia 22-18. So here we go. Richards getting ready to take the snap for the Mustangs. Trips right for Costa Mesa, takes a snap, hands the ball off. Taken to the left side by Weinstein. Weinstein trying to make a move. Gain of about 3 yards for the Mustangs. It's going to bring up second down. I'm sorry, that's Brent McDonough on the carry. Not Weinstein. Weinstein's number 11. Long receiver for the Mustangs. It's going to bring up second down and about 7 yards now. Richards getting ready to take the snap. Looks like McDonough is back there with him as well. Weinstein lined up to the bottom of your screen. Trips left. Takes the pass immediately to Weinstein, who catches the ball and tries to make a move, but too many Aztecs around him. And actually, no, he gets a first down on the play. So some shifty moves by Weinstein. Ball now at the 45-yard line. So Costa Mesa looking to make something happen here on their fourth drive of the game. Benjamin Trung pushing Weinstein out of bounds. Like I said there, his ball's actually at the 44-yard line. I believe that may have been the first down for Costa Mesa. Richards takes the snap, hands the ball off to the right side. Nice gain on the plane, gain of about 9 yards by Lalamo Benjanjan. So nice run. Gonna be second down for the Mustangs.
Second down and 1.
So here we go. Mustangs putting a nice little drive together. 7 minutes and counting here in the second quarter. Pistol formation, trips left for the Mustangs. Richards getting ready to take the snap. Hands the ball off to Benjanjan again to the right side. He breaks a tackle. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, and pushed out of bounds at about the 8-yard line by Eric Gonzalez, who saves the touchdown. First down, Costa Mesa. Big play, but an even bigger save by Gonzalez. It looked like trying to see who ran that ball. I believe it was Benjanjan. Almost breaking for the end zone there, but let's see if maybe we can take a look at that replay. And it's already too far, but hey, it's all right. We'll get the replay working at some point this season consistently. So we have a timeout here, and I can't tell who called the timeout. Timeout's not being taken off of the scoreboard, so it's anyone's guess here. The band trying to get this La Quinta defense fired up so they can make a stop here. This is the deepest Costa Mesa has had the ball into Aztec territory all night. 6:41 left to go here in the second quarter. Ball on the 9-yard line. Pistol for no. Looks like a offset I formation for the Mustangs. Fakes the handoff. Oh, beautiful pass deflection. And no, they were going to call it a fumble, it looks like. Which is odd. Well, they call it a pass. Munoz on the pass block. Or deflection, whatever you want to call it. So Mustangs going to try again here on second down from the 9-yard line. Still attempting to pass, so they are not shying away from their game plan. The elements be darned. Shotgun formation for Richards, man in motion. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, looks to pass again, has a man open on the left side, but overthrown and behind. Looks like number 13, Marley Boynton.
Intended for Boynton. 3rd and goal on the 9.
You have a 3rd down now from the 9-yard line. Aztec defense holding strong. Richards getting the play from the sideline. Mustangs again in pistol formation. They've got trips left. Weinstein to the ball. We're going to have a timeout. La Quinta. Coach Stewart not happy with the way his defense was aligned there, so no doubt going to talk things over. We've got 6:29 left to go here in the second quarter. Mustangs looking to make this a game, trying to punch it in from the 9-yard line. For the line to gain is the end zone, so 3rd and goal situation. So let's talk about Costa Mesa. Now, Costa Mesa now in the Orange Coast League. They've been in there since 2006, but since they started their football program, they have been in 10 different leagues. These are wild Mustangs. They cannot be held in just one place. They've been in the Orange League, the Freeway League, the Sunset League, the Irvine League, Century League, South Coast League, Seaview League, Pacific Coast League, and the Golden West League. And they were also the founding members of 3 different leagues. That would be the Century, Pacific Coast, and the Orange Coast. So here are the Mustangs lined up with trips left. 3rd and goal here. Richards getting ready to take the snap. Looks to pass again, so they're staying with it. Has Weinstein open in the back of the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, Mustangs. So the Mustangs getting on the board as the rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier. Not shying away from the pass, so the Mustangs are staying true. They're staying true to their game plan here.
9-yard touchdown pass.
Smithland lined up for the point after. A bad snap, but gets it off just in time as the Mustangs make this a game.
The second quarter, Quinta 13, Costa Mesa 7.
So we got to get our scoreboard here. This is a low budget production here, and sometimes it shows, but here we go. +1, +1, 13. So here we go. It's 13-7 now, as our graphics machine is failing us today. So Aztecs defense facing their first little bit of adversity. The Mustangs drove that ball from their own 30-yard line. A mix of running and passing plays on that drive, resulting in their first TD, and now they've made it a ball game as the Aztecs lead is now down to 6 points. Looks like Douglas Nguyen and Philip Tran back deep for the Aztecs to receive that kick. I could be wrong, though. I know Ethan Smithland is kicking the ball off for the Mustangs. The kick is up, and it's a nice kick, and that looks like it's going to be a touchback. So kicked it right out of the end zone, a nice little line drive. It's going to bring up first down for the Aztecs at the 20-yard line. This is the first rain game that I've been a part of since maybe I was like 10 years old. And football is always interesting when it's played out in the elements. Of course, we're here on turf, so the field conditions don't become a part of the game too much, unless it was a real downpour and you had some puddling going on. But it's one thing I miss about that old school natural grass is right about now you would have had just a mud pit going down the middle of the field, and it would have made things a whole lot more interesting. Here we go as the Aztecs come out for their fourth drive, looking to answer that Costa Mesa touchdown. Ball on the 25-yard line, or 20-yard line. The chains are in the wrong place, but it doesn't matter, because the Aztecs are going to be marching back a little bit. Anyway, it's going to be 2nd down and 15. It's good to see that I'm not the only one with the foggy brain, as the chain crew was about 5 yards off that time. Loss of 6 for the Aztecs. So Aztecs going the wrong way to start off this fourth drive. Grover takes the snap, hands the ball up the middle, and the Mustang defense has woken up here in the second quarter, making it tough. As our scoreboard app keeps closing, so allow us to reset that. So we have a 3rd down. Go Aztecs getting ready to run this 3rd down play. Grover takes the snap, looks back to pass. First one of the game for the Aztecs. And sacked in the backfield. Whoa, that's got to be a late hit. Oh, the Mustangs got away with one on that one. Grover was already taken down when he took a shot to the back by the Mustangs. It's going to be 4th down and 17 for the Aztecs as the Mustangs come up with a huge stop. Momentum now fully on Costa Mesa's side. So the Aztecs punting from about the 2-yard line. Very tense play coming up here. Mustangs will no doubt get some good field position off of this one. Snap is good. The punt, oh, not a pretty punt. Mustangs going to get the ball at the Aztec 30-yard line, so starting in beautiful field position. 22-yard punt. But I'm sure nerves play a part when you're punting from the shadow of your own end zone. So Aztec defense has a tough task ahead of them, as the Mustangs look to have some good momentum here in the second quarter. 3:33 left to go here. First quarter was all Aztecs, and now the Mustangs taking this game over just a bit here. Ben John in the backfield there with Richards. Takes the snap, looks to pass. Aztec pressure, lets the ball go. Incomplete pass. The Aztecs brought a lot of pressure on that play. It's going to be a 2nd down for the Mustangs.
Pressure on the play by Lock-Go. 2nd down and 10.
This is really a good place for the Aztec defense to make a very tough stand and take that momentum back. A takeaway here, a big stop here. You know, a 4-and-out would be really big for the Aztec offense to try and get some of that momentum back that they had for pretty much all of that first quarter. Richards getting ready to take the snap. Trips left for the Mustangs. Richards drops back to pass, gets rid of it, has a complete pass. Man bounces off number 30 and breaks to the outside before he's taken down at about the 15-yard line.
Richards' pass is complete to Ethan Smithlin.
Ethan Smithlin on the reception and run after catch, so that's going to be a first down for the Mustangs. Not what you wanted to see if you are an Aztec fan. Ball on about the 14-yard line. Richards getting ready to take the snap, trips right for the Mustangs. Oh, fumbled the snap. It's going to be a second down for the Mustangs. Clock winding down here, about 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Mustangs looking to take the lead or tie the game here going into halftime to make it a whole new ball game in the third quarter. Again, our scoreboard app reset, so it messes with our info. But here we go. Now we're back. Thank you, Ben, for pointing that out. Trips right for the Mustangs. Richards to pass to the end zone. No one in the vicinity of that pass. That's going to bring up a third down for the Mustangs. So here's another chance for the Aztecs to make a big stand here. No doubt fourth down territory if you're the Mustangs, unless they've got a great field goal kicker, and he looked pretty good on that PAT. It's going to bring up a third down and 12 from the 17-yard line. Rain still falling here, so a steady rain still falling here at Monsoor Stadium. It's been like that since the start of the game. Richards getting ready to take the snap. He's got 4 wide receivers. Pitches the ball on a misdirection play, taken to the right side. That's going to be a first down and some. That's going to be a touchdown for the Mustangs. So the Mustangs tying the game up on a nice misdirection play. So the game all knotted up here. 1:52 left to go here in the second quarter. And the PAT is good.
Good by Smithlin. 1:52 remaining in the opening half. Costa Mesa 14.
So Costa Mesa just snatched whatever momentum the Aztecs had after that very beautiful first quarter, scoring TDs on back-to-back drives. The Aztecs now have turned the ball over on downs and punted the ball after their first 2 drives resulted in TDs. So Big Sweet Mo is now fully on the Mustang side of the stadium here. Looks like Kenneth Huynh back there to return, along with Philip Tran, if I'm not mistaken. Jersey number is a little hard to see from the booth here. Smithlin to kick off for the Mustangs, who have stormed back to score 14 unanswered points here in the second quarter to make this a ball game. And the kick is up. And a nice kick. So Smithlin with a nice kick. Ball goes through the hands of Kenneth Huynh and goes out of the end zone for the second touchback in a row. It's going to be first down for the Aztecs at the 25-yard line, or 20-yard line once again, depending on where the chain gang is going to line up. They took me for a loop on the last drive. And it's going to be the 20. Like I thought, the 20. The 20 is where it is. So anyway, this is now a ball game, folks. What looked like was going to be a big game for the Aztecs has now kind of switched into an even game. We got a 14-13 Mustang lead here in the second quarter. 1:52 left to go here. Aztecs will be getting the ball after halftime, so let's see if they can put a scoring drive together here and take that momentum right back coming out of the gate in the second half. Mustangs in that bunch formation. Keeper by Grover, who breaks the tackle. He's at the 30, he's at the 40, 35-40. Taken down at the 45-yard line. Grover on a beautiful option keeper. It's gonna be a first down for the Aztecs. So a beautiful run. So that's exactly what you want to see if you're an Aztec fan. Aztecs showing that they bent, but they did not break. Offense coming out. Nice run. Let's see if they can take the lead over right before halftime. So here we go. Clock running, 1 minute and 24 seconds left to go here. Ball on the Aztec 46-yard line. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Man in motion. Hands the ball off to Gonzalez, who gets a nice gain on the play, 9 yards. Ball now on the right side of the 50, or the left side if you're watching on the screen. The left side on your screen, right side for the Aztecs. Second down and 1. As the clock is still winding down, under a minute to go here, so the clock is a factor. Let's see what Coach Stewart decides to do here, if he's going to take a shot to the end zone, or if he's going to take not a shot to the end zone, but if he's going to take a shot with the pass here to maybe stop the clock if it's incomplete. Gonzalez in motion, and they are going to go for a pass. Grover throwing to the middle of the field, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Grover's pass is incomplete.
So Grover airing it out there. Looked like Alex Tran was the intended receiver. Not a bad play call from the Aztecs. You needed to stop the clock there. Why not take a shot? You've been running the ball. Try to catch this Costa Mesa team off guard. Maybe they're expecting, run, and you pass the ball. You might catch them sleeping a little bit, but the Mustangs defended that one beautifully. So here we go. Third down with 34 seconds left to go here. 3rd and 2 from the Mustang 46-yard line. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Keeps the ball himself to the left side and gets out of bounds and gets the first down, it looks like.
Charles Grover.
Let's see if they're going to give it to him. That was very close. We're calling it a first down. Let's see if the referees call it. And first down for the Aztecs. So clock will stop on this first down. I believe it'll start on the referee.
First down.
So time now definitely, obviously, a factor here with 28 seconds to go here in the first half. Aztecs wanting to get something here as they go into halftime, try to get a little bit of momentum. Aztecs now with 3 wide receivers. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Drops back to pass, looks to his left, has number 4 open, and that pass is caught by number 4. Alex Tran. Looks like it might be a timeout by the Aztecs, so the ball now at the Mustang, looks like 18-yard line. So the Aztecs, actually the clock is running, so the Aztecs getting ready to run a play here. Are they going to snap up? So they just spike the ball to stop the clock. So now it's going to be a 2nd and 10 with 13.5 seconds left here in and we may have lost our clock camera, but we'll take a look at that here in just a bit.
Pass incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
So clock stop here. Let's see what the Aztecs try to dial up. So the Mustangs are getting ready to take on this second down play as the Aztecs get ready to get back after it. So 13.5 seconds left to go here. We'll hide the clock there so you don't think there's 28 seconds left. Aztecs with 3 wide receivers. Grover getting ready to take the snap. We'll have at least 2 plays here. Grover drops back to pass, looks for Tran on the left side, and there's some flag on the play. 8 seconds left to go here. Looked like a little bit of contact there by the Mustang defender. In high school, that's a 10-yard penalty and a first down. So Aztecs will get a little bit closer to the end zone and have a closer shot here with 8 seconds left. So that penalty is on the Mustangs. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty and a first down for the Aztecs. So here we go. Ball on the 8-yard line. This may very well be the last play of the first half. Grover under center. Aztecs in that bunch formation again. Rolls out to pass to his right. Still on his feet. Let's go of it. And ooh, right outside of the hands of his receiver. But 2 seconds left on the clock as the rain is starting to come down a little bit more here at Monsoor Stadium.
Second down and goal from the 8.
So second down and goal from the 8. This will definitely be the last play of the half, barring any penalties. It's got to love the way this field looks tonight. Rain falling, 2 teams battling it out. Here we go, Grover under center. 2 wide for the Aztecs. Takes the snap, looks to pass, tries to get rid of it. Looks like it's going to be broken up by the Mustangs. A beautiful defensive play. And we're going to head into halftime here.
That is the end of the first half. With your score, Costa Mesa Mustangs 14.
So we're here at halftime at Monsoor Stadium. Costa Mesa Mustangs holding on to a 1-point lead over the La Quinta Aztecs. First quarter, all La Quinta, 13 unanswered points. Second quarter, all Mustangs, 14 unanswered points. It looked like the Aztecs were going to get in there at the end of the half. They were stopped. Maybe that momentum carries into the second half as they will be getting the ball to start the third quarter. Right now, we're going to leave you with a little bit of sights and sounds of the stadium. We thank you for tuning in to Garden Grove Unified School District High School Football Friday. I am David Mora. Ben Nguyen and Kang Do here on camera and graphics. And we will be with you in about 15 minutes.
are they doing?
Karen! What are you doing? Here, those are yours right there.
Cái mặt khứa.
They're getting like full of us. Not gonna be chill, camarada. Tampoco nos des cuenta. The wrong way. I didn't take a video this way. Apenas y
I'll wait to YouTube. Oh, he's on YouTube. Hi, YouTube.
So we are here at Michael Monsoor Stadium. 5 minutes left until we get started back up here. Costa Mesa holding on to a 1-point lead over the Aztecs. The rain coming down. You can see it now. It's just a sheet of water. So it's this is football weather. You know, all across the country, this is how they play football. It's in the elements. There's rain. There's heat. There's snow. There's everything. So we're getting a little bit. I would call it a Florida game here tonight. So just a good game so far. La Quinta owning the first quarter. Costa Mesa coming back and owning that second quarter and taking a 1-point lead. La Quinta driving there at the end. And we have lightning off in the distance, so I don't know how bad or how long we're going to be here. We might be in a delay here in just a little bit as we have lightning off to the north side of us. So that's something to keep a lookout for as we see more bolts coming up. I don't know if it's coming out here on the camera, but that's something to watch out for now. Another element has just been thrown at us. So like I said, the first half was a tale of two quarters. First quarter, all La Quinta. Second quarter, Costa Mesa. Aztecs will be getting the ball here to start the second half. They had a little bit of momentum going into halftime, driving all the way down to the 9-yard line, just unable to complete some passes to get a touchdown and take that lead. But overall, just a really good game. The Aztecs doing a really great job on the ground. That first quarter, they were just having their way with that Costa Mesa defense, running the ball at will, just doing whatever they wanted to. A lot of misdirection, a great option offense there from Coach Stewart. And then the second quarter, Mustangs really settled down. They have a good pass game, and they stuck to that pass game. So credit to them to stick with the passing game in the elements. In rain like this, I'm sure for that quarterback it's a little bit tough to grip that ball. That ball has to be getting heavy. Of course, the referee's doing the best that they can to keep things dry and to keep things as normal as possible. But as the night goes on, those footballs definitely have to be getting a little bit heavier here for that quarterback. We've got about 2 minutes left here. The teams are probably going to stay inside as long as they can. So we've got a great second half on tap. Crowd still out here. La Quinta crowd still out here, braving the elements. So you have to give the Aztec faithful credit for that. So we will be back with you shortly here. This is a Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football Friday. I am David Mora, here with Kang Do and Ben Tran of La Quinta High School, and we will see you in just a moment. So the Aztecs are now making their way back to the field here at Monsoor Stadium. The second half is just about to get started. Probably a little bit of warm-up time for each side. So let's see what the Aztecs can do coming out here in the second half. There's really no need to change up the game plan. The Mustangs did kind of stop them on the run, but they did get that momentum back a little bit. Keep that misdirection going. Keep the run game going strong. As the rain starts and keeps pouring down here, it's going to be hard for either team to continue to pass the ball. Each team getting lucky here and there, but really this is a perfect kind of situation for just a ground and pound kind of run game to just keep it going. You take time off the clock, you eat chunks of time off the clock. This game is probably going to come down to whoever has the ball last. This is what it looks like, and it feels like it's going to be. So ball control, time of possession are really going to be key here in the second half. And now the Mustangs are out here as well. So both teams now on the field warming up for the second half. As I was on mute. Thank you, Ben. There we go. The good thing is we have another mic here in the booth to catch the crowd noise, and you might have heard me faintly. At least it wasn't in the middle of game action. That would have been terrible, just like it was in the first half. But we have a game recording, so we'll probably upload that so you can hear everything from the start. Here we go as we will hear the horn of the sound of the end of halftime. Just want to give a shout out to everyone here in the stands, here in the bleachers. We've got the band here, the cheerleaders here braving the elements, just like the players. They're going through it. They're not shying away. People are still here with umbrellas in hand. Quite, not a lot of people on the Costa Mesa side, but some supporters over there for them as well. And that's just what you like to see. A little bit of rain isn't going to make anyone stay home. Even though they could have stayed home and watched the broadcast, we would have liked that, but they can watch it in replay. So here we go as the teams are getting ready to line up for the kickoff here in the second. And there's no touchdown. This is what happens with the graphics. When the graphics are going wonky, each week we think we have one thing fixed. It's like, when you have a leak and then you try to plug the leak. Then you find out there's a leak on the other side. Then you try to plug that leak and you're plugging 2 leaks and there's 3 leaks and then there's 4 and then there's 5. It's like those old school cartoons. But we're having fun here. And hopefully you are enjoying what you're hearing here and what you're seeing on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football Friday. Wet and rainy edition here with the Quinta Aztecs and the Costa Mesa Mustangs in this non-league game. Looks like we're not the only ones. The chain gangs aren't the only ones. The teams came out and lined up on the wrong side of the field. It's non-league. Everything's going to be good, around week 6 when league starts for us and for the Aztecs. And I believe the Mustangs, they start a little bit earlier. They have a 6-team league or a 7-team league, so I think they start league week 6, and Garden Grove League is weeks. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. What matters here is a non-league game between the Mustangs and the Aztecs. The Mustangs holding on to a 1-point lead, but the Aztecs with a little bit of momentum going into the second half, driving down to the Mustang 9-yard line, but just not able to get that extra oomph to get the touchdown. So here we go as we get ready for the kickoff and the start of the third half here at Michael Monsoor Memorial Stadium. Very beautiful stadium that opened back in 2017. So Smithland back to, or getting ready to kick off for the Mustangs.
Ethan Smithland to kick off.
Again, another nice kick, and looks like this one is going to be fielded in the end zone and taken out. Gets to the 10-yard line and taken down. Kenneth Wynn tried to make something out of nothing. Probably should have just took the touchback. It's going to be a first down for the Aztecs from the, looks like maybe 9-yard line. And so it looks like they're moving the, so it's a touchback, so not allowed to bring it out of the end zone, I suppose, in high school football. So the ball going to be at the 20, not at the 10 like originally thought. So the Aztecs kind of catching a break on that one. It would have been a little bit of a daunting task to take that ball out of that deep towards your own end zone. Here we go, Grover getting ready to take the snap as the Aztecs start the first drive of the third quarter. Pitches the ball to the left side. Again, here we go with a nice run by the Aztecs. Gain of about 8 yards on the play by Asinas.
Oh, you got the other one. Okay, good.
Ivan Asinas on the carry.
I'm sorry.
Second down and 2.
Second down and 2 here for the Aztecs. Aztecs coming on that bunch formation. Second down at their own 28-yard line. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Fumble on the play, recovered by the Mustangs. So not a good start for the Aztecs out of the gate here in the second half. Second play of the half, and they turn the ball over.
Go D, get it back.
Aztec defense now tasked with trying to stop this Mustang offense, who was on a roll there to end the second half, scoring on their last 2 drives. Richard getting ready to take the snap. Calls his own number, takes it to the left side, and has a first down and some. It looks like it's going to be a touchdown for the Mustangs. Richards on the quarterback carry. So the Mustangs extending their lead.
Touchdown run by Garrett Richards.
Where'd Mom go? I went to the bathroom and I went and talked to the coaches and I came back.
So the Mustangs extending that lead now 20-13, scoring on each of their last 3 drives. Smithson getting ready to kick the extra point. Snap, a hold, the kick is up, and it sneaks in.
The extra point is good. 10:49 remaining in the third quarter. Costa Mesa 21, La Quinta 13.
So 21-13, the Mustangs once again taking the momentum back from the Aztecs, who seem to get a little bit of momentum going into the second half, but 2 plays into the first drive of the third quarter, and they fumble the ball. Cooper Starnes and Christian Aparicio back deep to return the ball for the Aztecs. Smithlin to kick off for the Mustangs. Another nice kick by Smithlin, and another touchback. So the Aztecs with the first down on their own 20-yard line.
First and 10, La Quinta from the 20-yard line.
Go out, you grind it out.
So here we go as the Aztecs start their second drive of the second half. Grover under center. Takes a snap, hands the ball off, and bobbled again. Hasena's taken down, gets maybe a yard on the play. Second down.
Gain of 1, second down and 9.
So the weather might be playing a little bit more of a factor here for the Aztecs than the Mustangs. Some control issues now as we start to see, you know, the rain has been falling all night here. You have to wonder if maybe the footballs are now a little bit too slippery. Aztecs coming out for second down. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Fumbles the ball, so definitely some issues. It's going to be Mustang football again. Merry Christmas to the Mustangs. Back-to-back fumbles on 2 drives here for the Aztecs, and you know, that football is definitely an issue right now.
First and 10 Mustangs.
So big swing here in the second half. Aztecs need to figure out what's going on with their footballs. There's definitely, you know, the elements are definitely creeping up here and getting the Aztecs. And you have to kind of figure that was going to happen as the game went along, that one of these teams was going to be affected by the elements, and right now it seems to be the Aztecs for sure, as Costa Mesa comes out with trips left. Passing the ball again, complete again. That's going to be a first down for the Mustangs. Pass complete to Ethan Smithlin. He can kick and he can catch.
Gain of 11, first down.
11-yard play for the Mustangs as they are looking to try and blow this game open a little bit here in the second half. A big swing, 21 unanswered for the Mustangs so far. Richards getting ready to take the snap, hands the ball off to McDonough. McDonough to the left side. McDonough dragging a few Aztecs, still on his feet, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Mustangs. McDonough taking a few Aztecs with him as he gets a 12-yard gain on that play.
Touchdown, Costa Mesa.
So that's 4 straight drives that end with a TD for the Mustangs. The last 2 coming off of Aztec fumbles deep in their own territory. The snap, the kick is up. Smithland with just a great leg.
9:23 remaining in the third quarter. Costa Mesa 28, La Quinta 13.
Costa Mesa now extending their lead to 15 points. Smithland getting ready to kick the ball off, and you can almost assume that this ball is going to end up rolling out of the end zone. Back for the Aztecs, it looks like again Cooper Starnes and Kristen Aparicio. Rain still coming down here. Another beautiful kick by Smithland, and another touchback. Looks like he might be able to kick at the next level. The senior with the big boot. 9:23 left to go here in the third quarter. Aztecs again starting with the ball off at their own 20-yard line. Here we go, Aztecs come out for their third drive of the half. Looking to limit those mistakes. Sticking with the run game, handoff to Asenas, who takes a few Mustangs with him. Gain of about 8 yards on the play. Second down for the Aztecs.
Gain of 8, second down and 2.
Got an injured Mustang on the play.
Timeout.
Sure, the referees are trying to do their best to keep these footballs dry, but with the amount of precipitation that we've seen throughout the night, that's a daunting task. Aztecs with no easy ups on the sideline, Mustangs without them either. I know I would, try to have a place to keep those footballs stored when they're not out in the field and keep them dry. I know in high school you usually have two or three footballs that you're cycling in and out of the game, and that could be an issue on nights like tonight where you can't, add a football to the rotation once the game has started. The injured Mustang walking off the field under his own power. So Aztecs, second down and 2 from their own 28-yard line. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Handoff to the backside there. It looks like Aparicio on the carry. Nothing doing for him on that run. It's going to be third down for the Aztecs.
It's Christian Aparicio.
They give him maybe 1 yard on the play. So third and short for the Aztecs. Getting a first down here will definitely go a long way. You don't want to turn the ball over or have to punt on this next play and give the Mustangs a chance to go up by 3 scores. That's going to be a first down. Ivan Asenas on the carry, so keeping the drive alive.
Ivan Asinas.
The Aztecs uniforms are usually a nice navy.
First down,
Right now they're
Aztecs.
very dark. They almost look like they could be the Pittsburgh Steelers out there. No doubt soaked to the brim. But it's got to be a fun type of weather to play in. Like I said, I've been a part of one rain game on grass, so you know that was fun. Grover with the snap, hands the ball up to Asinas. Asinas gets about 2 yards on the play.
Ivan Asinas. Gain of 2.
Calling it a gain of 2.
Tackled by Lambert.
As you see the referee doing his best to dry the ball off. And of course the referee's towel has to be, you know, soaking wet as well. How dry can it really be if he's been wearing it throughout the night? Grover getting ready to take the snap. Hands the ball off, keeps it himself to the left side, has a first down. Let's see if they're going to give him the forward progress.
Charles Grover.
One referee is marking the ball in first down territory here.
Flag on the play.
But there's a flag on the play.
Gain of about 9. We got offsetting penalties.
So penalties on both teams.
Foul on Costa Mesa, holding on La Quinta.
It's going to be a replay of first down, or second down, it'll be a replay of.
Personal foul on both teams.
So both teams with personal foul penalties.
Play stands. Second down.
Here we go, second down and about 1 yard line. Or they're calling it third down. Looks like third down. So 3rd and 1. Gonna be first down for the Aztecs.
Ivan Asinas, gain of 2. First down La Quinta.
Asinas on the carry. Got a few Aztecs who got a little bit shaken up on the play.
Officials timeout.
It's going to be an officials timeout. Not a good sign for Asinas to be stepping off of the field. Definitely the Aztec workhorse tonight. Here we go, first down for the Aztecs from the 45-yard line. Grover keeps it himself to the left side, gets about 5 yards on the play. Big athletic guy there.
Charles Grover, gain of 4. Second down and 6.
So second down and 6. Just got word that the Bolsa Grande Matadors have defeated Mendez High School 39-0. Mendez leaving the game at halftime. So congratulations to the Matadors who get their second win of the season. Here at Monsoor Stadium, Aztecs at the 50-yard line. Second down and about 6 yards to go. Grover getting ready to take the snap. And that's going to be a penalty on the Aztecs, probably a legal procedure, false start. So false start.
5-yard penalty. Second down and 11.
So here we go. The Aztecs will try again here on second down. Now 2nd and 11. 4:50 and clock running here in the third quarter. Grover takes a snap, hands it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes it out to the right side, bumps it out to the outside, and gets a gain of about 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up third down for the Aztecs, who just can't seem to get it going other than a few plays on this drive.
Gain of 5. Third down and 6.
So now back to the line of scrimmage from the second down before the penalty. So let's see if they can get the 6 yards here on third down. I don't imagine them to be punting the ball if they don't get it. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Looks like Steve Mejia there in the backfield with him. Mejia takes the pitch. Gains about 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and maybe 3 for the Aztecs.
That's Steve Mejia.
Grover coming to the sideline to get the play, so as I suspected, looks like the Aztecs will be going for it.
Gain of 4, 4th down and 2.
So here we go, 4th and 2 for the Aztecs. Looking to make something happen here in the third quarter. Mustangs rattling off 28 unanswered points after being down 13-0 early. Pitch to Asenas and nothing going on that play. Actually, that was Mejia who gets stuffed and taken down for a loss of about 4 yards. But a flag on the play.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Loss of 2 before the flag, so let's see what the penalty call is here. Most likely an offensive penalty. Personal foul on the defense, so that's going to be a first down for the Aztecs. Aztecs catching a lucky break there.
Penalty is a personal foul against the Mustangs.
Aztecs going to be very well into Mustang territory after they count these penalty yards off. So let's see where they spot the ball here. Costa Mesa coach, not surprisingly upset.
First down, Aztecs.
Looks like the referee is going to call a timeout to talk it over with Coach Van. So the Aztecs will have the ball at the Mustang 30 or 40-yard line. Aztecs with nothing going on that play. Charles Grover with the keeper.
Smith and Weinstein made the tackle. Second down and 10.
So second down and 10 here for the Aztecs. 2 minutes and about 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Aztecs looking to get back into this game. They have been outscored 28-0 since the first quarter when they held a 13-0 lead. The snap, the run to the right side. Gonzalez breaks a few tackles and gets the first down.
That's Eric Gonzalez.
Gets taken down at about the 20-yard line.
14 yards and a first down. First and 10 Aztecs.
So Aztecs now making something happen, catching a break on that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Still very much a ball game here. If the Aztecs scored here, they could make it a even tighter ball game. First and 10 from the 20 for the Aztecs. Handoff up the middle. Just a big skirmish there in the middle of the field. Looks like Mejia with the carry. Clock now under a minute here in the third quarter.
Gain of 4, second down and 6.
And no surprise here, but the rain continuing to fall at Monsoor Stadium. If this was the Monsoor Stadium of the past, we would have had a very, very, very muddy game on our hands. Handoff to Gonzalez to the right side and taken down almost immediately by a Mustang.
Gain of 1, third and 5.
It's going to be third down and 5 for the Aztecs.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And that's the end of the third quarter here at Michael Monsoor Stadium. The Aztecs trailing the Mustangs 28-13 as we head into the final frame here at Monsoor Stadium. The band's still fired up here. Love the dedication by the student body and the support groups here at La Quinta High School. Cheerleaders still cheering, band still playing, the fans still cheering on their Aztecs. On a rainy Friday night here, David Mora along with Kang Do and Ben Nguyen, both of La Quinta High School, both of them part of the Garden Grove Unified School District's Public Information Internship Program, both entering their second years in the program. We are here to offer unique experiences in Garden Grove Unified. District AD Dave Lamelli letting me know that the La Quinta band is playing Offspring, and of course members of the Offspring graduating from Pacifica High School, so a little homegrown love here by the La Quinta band. Of course, band director Richie Sebastian always does a great job with the marching Aztecs. So shout out to him, and shout out to the administration of La Quinta High School. Fumble on the play, and that's going to be the Mustangs football. Still waiting for the say. Actually, referees are signaling Aztec football. And somehow the Aztecs did get that ball back. Another lucky break to keep this drive alive, but 4th down and 1 from the 11-yard line for La Quinta to keep this drive alive and to keep this game close. Like I was saying, shout out to the La Quinta administration here. Principal Mr. Adrian Lucero, AP Jared Fulton, AP Wendy Reinhardt, and I know there's a third assistant principal, Ben and Kang. Who's your third assistant principal?
For me,
Oh, and Mr. Adrian Fernandez. How could I forget Mr. Adrian Fernandez, who was a teacher at Pacifica while I was an employee there? As the Aztecs get the first down, and now they have first and goal from the 5-yard line, so keeping this drive alive. Actually, Mr. Fernandez is at Los Amigos now. And Jenny Calvetti is your AP. In the program this year, Ben and Kang's first official duties will be to go meet their administration so they can give me better information on the next time. But these kids do not get in too much trouble, so who can blame them? Hand off to the right side. That's going to be a touchdown for the Aztecs. It looks like Eric Gonzalez on the touchdown, so Aztecs finally breaking that 28-0 run. We have a ball game here at Michael Monsoor Stadium, folks. Mustangs 28, Aztecs 19. And this is why the fans are still here. There's plenty of fight left in the Aztecs, and the Empire is alive. So Aztecs looking like they're going to elect to go for 2 as Grover goes back out there. Looking to make this a 7-point game to make things easier if they can get a stop going forward. If not, no big deal. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Man in motion. Pitch, and play is going to be blown dead almost immediately. Senes takes a pitch to the left side, but taken down short of the end zone anyway. That penalty will be on the Aztecs. Now, not only was Mr. Fernandez, who was at La Quinta last year, a teacher at Pacifica while I was there, but Miss Reinhardt was also a teacher. She's such a wonderful human being and a big football fan. Was even out there coaching up the kids at Pacifica while she was there. So here we go, Aztecs coming out to line up for the 2-point conversion, this time at the 7-yard line, or 8-yard line after the penalty. Grover steps back to pass, has a man open. That's number 4, and beautiful breakup by the Mustangs. McDonough with a nice pass breakup. So the lead stays at 28-19. But the Aztecs getting back into this game. They had been quiet since the first quarter. 2 fumbles to start off the third quarter, but settling in here in the fourth quarter and pulling within 11 points, or 9 points. 9 points. I'm a communications major, folks. Math was not my strong suit.
Kickoff, other side.
Aztecs again lining up on the wrong side for the kickoff. Rain steadily coming down still here at Monsoor Stadium. Not sure if it's really showing on the stream, but here in the cameras before the compression takes over, the rain looks very beautiful. It looks like our clock camera stopped again, so we'll update you on the time until we can get that fixed. That's going to be a penalty on the Aztecs, and give me 1 moment. So flag on the play, they're going to redo the kick. Costa Mesa, of course, able to elect to have a re-kick.
Go, Michael!
And there we go. We've got our clock camera back on. We try to fix things on the fly, folks. Here sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
So 5-yard penalty, re-kick from the 35.
McDonough, one of the men back to return for the Mustangs, but that squibber will not make it back to him as it's picked up at the 25 and taken to the 30. Oh! I was waiting for one of those hits from Asenas, and he finally delivered, laying the boom on number 32, Ezra Pasqua.
Returns the kick, 7 yards to the 31-yard line.
It's a 7-yard return. Mustangs with a first down and 10 from the 31-yard line. So let's see how this Aztec defense does. They've given up touchdowns on the last 4 possessions. Personal foul against the Quinta, that hit by Asenas, no doubt, probably drawing that flag. Maybe went a little bit too high for the referee's comfort. Aztec faithful making some noise here for the defense. The chain gang a little bit behind right now.
From their own 46-yard line.
It's good to see that, you know, there's a comic book of errors all over the place tonight, not just here in the booth. Here we go, Mustangs getting ready to line up. Trips right. Taken down by guess who? Ivan Asenas on the sack. Garrett Richards had nowhere to go as he dropped back to pass.
Garrett Richards.
Loss of 5 yards on the play. Looks like 7 yards, 6 yards.
Tackle made by Ivan Asenas.
That's a good sign from the Aztec defense. They are fired up now. Richards with 3 wide receivers. 2 wide receivers. Takes the snap, hands off to McDonough. McDonough taken down almost immediately at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. It's gonna be second down for the Mustangs. Aztec defense coming out here with a little bit of urgency, some aggression. Looking to get this ball back to give their offense a chance to shrink the score even more. Like I said, it's still a ball game here. Richards with trips left. 4 wide receivers. McDonough to his left, takes the snap, looks to pass, has a man open to the right, lets it go. Caught by number 4. or number 11, Riley Weinstein. That's just a hard guy to defend. He's got some size. And he easily brings that one in for a Mustang first down. Or they're saying Ethan Smithland.
35-yard gain, flag on the play.
But there's a flag on the play. Maybe some extracurricular there before the ball was caught. I mean, at that point, you try to do anything to defend that. Oh, roughing the passer, so another 15 yards tacked on to the end of the play. That ends up being a big gain for the Mustangs, who are now very deep in Aztec territory at the 15-yard line.
At the La Quinta 15-yard line.
So the Mustangs now looking to answer, getting some help on that penalty. Oh, a bad snap picked up by Richards and taken down in the backfield. Loss of about 3 yards, maybe 4.
Richards the ball carrier.
Richards doing a good job trying to make something out of nothing on that play.
3, second down.
Could have been a lot worse. Here we go, Mustangs getting ready to run this second down play. Three wide receivers for Richards. Man in motion. Handoff to number 13, who's taken down almost immediately in the backfield. Marley Boynton with nowhere to go on that play. Aztecs knew exactly what was coming, and Ivan Asenis again, who's just playing like a madman now, trying to keep his team in it. That's an athlete who's going to leave it all out there on the field. Loss of 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 18 for the Mustangs. Look for a pass play here. Trips left for Richards. McDonough in the back with him. And we've got a false start on the offense. So the Mustangs going back even further. This is going to be a 3rd and long 23. So this is looking good for the Aztecs if they can keep the Mustangs to a no yard gain situation here.
Island 8, we're coming to you, 8.
Looks like Weinstein's at the top of the screen there. Look for him to get a look here on this play. Richards back to pass, has Weinstein over the middle. Weinstein couldn't get a hold of it, had one hand on it. That's going to bring up a 4th and 23 for the Mustangs. So the Aztecs looking to get back in it here. This would really do them a big favor if they could get a stop here to negate that personal foul penalty that drove that ball deep into their own territory. Answering the call now, so let's see what goes on here. Richards getting ready to take the snap, and actually he just quick punts it, and that's going to be in the end zone. So the Aztecs will get the ball back at the 20-yard line.
Go offense!
So Costa Mesa, rather than electing to try and go for that play, just go for the quick kick. Ends up being a net punt of maybe 5 yards. It's going to be Aztec ball at their own 20-yard line with 6:38 to go left in the 4th quarter. 6:38 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Rain still slowly making its way down from the sky. Got a few puddles all around the track, but the drainage at this new stadium is very, very nice. The old dirt tracks would have had a moat going all around the whole track. You would have had to take a boat to get back to the locker room. So thankfully we don't have that anymore. Aztecs getting ready to run the play. Grover drops back to pass, lets it go. It's going to be intercepted by the Mustangs. That's Ethan Smithlin, who can kick, catch, and defend. It's going to be Mustang football. And he takes that ball on down to about the 5-yard line, but there's a penalty on the play, roughing the passer on the Mustangs. So the Mustangs go from having the ball deep in Aztec territory to the Aztecs now getting a 1st down and the ball back. Referee's now talking it over, trying to figure out what's going on here. Here's where we need the Jeopardy theme song. There we go. Referee still talking it over. So what's it going to be here? We like to have fun on the broadcast sometimes. So here we go. Roughing the passer on the Mustangs. And that's going to be a first down for the Aztecs. So the Aztecs catching a lucky break on that interception. Mustangs, it's too early to tell if that's really going to hurt them in the long run, but you really don't want to, extend a drive for the Aztecs who scored on their last play.
Penalty was prior to the turnover, so it remains Laquinta's possession. First down Laquinta from their own 35.
Now it's the first down and 10 from their own 35 for the Aztecs. 6:29 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Time might be becoming an issue here. Grover takes a snap, keeps it himself to the right side. Stays on his feet for a little bit before being met by a host of Mustangs. Taken down at the 40-yard line. It's going to be second down and 5 for the Aztecs.
Go Aztecs, let's go!
Victor Dominguez in the tackle.
So second down and a manageable 5 here for the Aztecs. Handoff to Gonzalez to the left side, or to the right side. Gets the first down. The drive is alive for the Aztecs. Clock now at 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. If you're the Aztecs, you might want to think about getting a score here to really have a chance. Although 5 minutes is a very long time, stranger things have happened in high school football with almost even less than a minute to go. So here we go, Aztecs, first and 10 from the 50-yard line. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Mejia in motion. Mejia takes the pitch, but the play is blown. Looks like a false start on the offense. So the Aztecs now going backwards. A very up and down drive here so far for the Aztecs. Interception negated by a roughing the passer penalty. Big play followed by a false start. Not the kind of thing that Coach Stewart wants to see here late in the fourth quarter when his team is trying to mount a comeback. This late in the game, you really want to be a little bit more consistent and stay away from those mental mistakes, especially with the clock running, now approaching 5 minutes and 10 seconds here. Ball now on the La Quinta 45-yard line. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Hands off and nothing doing there. Sniffed out by the Mustangs. Tackled by number 52 and number 56. That's David Kellix and Max Schultz.
That's Dominic Marin.
We have an Aztec down.
Max Schultz made the tackle. It'll be second down and 17. Timeout.
An injury timeout. And Dominic Nguyen walking off the field, gingerly, but walking off on his own power, so that's what you love to see. Aztecs will have a second down in about 18 when play resumes here. 4:41 left to go. Mustangs 28, Aztecs 19. Aztecs looking to get their first win of the season. Mustangs looking to even up their record at 2-2. Rain still coming down here at Monsoor Stadium. Grover under center, getting ready to take the snap. Man in motion. Keeps the ball himself to the left side and nothing going. Taken down by number 8, Ethan Smithlin. He can catch, he can kick, he can intercept, he can tackle. Brings up third down for the Aztecs. Did gain a few yards on that play, a gain of about 3 before he got taken down. Nothing going on that play as the Aztecs now face fourth down. Clock approaching 3 minutes here.
Mejia, the ball carrier, no gain. 4th down and 15.
4th and 15 as Mejia failed to gain any yards on that last play. Grover getting ready to take this 4th down snap. Clock running, 2:47 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Grover steps back to pass, looks to his left, decides to keep the ball. Eludes one man, breaks another tackle, still on his feet. That's a first down for the Aztecs. As Grover ran out of bounds at the Mustang 39-yard line. The Aztecs, again, not going down without a fight here. Still keeping this drive alive. Timeout. Or no, they're saying stop the clock. So no timeout, it was just a stop the clock. Grover under center, getting ready to take the snap. Keeps the ball himself again to the right side. Breaks another tackle, almost gets away, gets taken down at the 30-yard line, so a gain of about 8 yards. Timeout, Aztecs. So while we have a break in the action, I just want to remind you that next week, on Thursday, September 15th at 7 o'clock, pre-game show starts at 6:45. We have a special edition of Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football Friday. Thursday edition, we have the Magnolia Sentinels visiting the Santiago Cavaliers, and we will be back here at Michael Monsoor Stadium for the 3rd week in a row. Not a bad place to be on a Thursday or Friday night, especially watching some Garden Grove Unified School District football. But this one is not over yet. 28-19, the Mustangs leading the Aztecs here late in the 4th quarter. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. The Aztecs still very much alive. Like I said, stranger things have happened in high school football. Teams have lost 21-point leads in under a minute. So anything is possible. Do not count the Aztecs out. Here we go, 2nd down and 1 yard to go. Grover under center, getting ready to take the snap. Keeps the ball himself again to the right side. Looks like he got the first down and some, driven out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Very good awareness by Grover, getting out of bounds to stop the clock. 2:09 left to go here. Aztec break the huddle. Grover takes the snap, hands off. Nope, keeps it himself, tries to bounce it to the outside, but gets taken down. Fakes to Benjamin Trung, who is met immediately in the backfield by a trio of Mustangs, and Grover just had nowhere to go on that play. It's going to bring up second down for the Aztecs. Aztecs calling a timeout to stop the clock here. Band still going strong late in the game. No one's ready for this game to end, especially on this side. The Mustangs are ready for this second down play. Aztecs getting ready to get back out there as well. So let's see what the Aztecs can do here. Grover under center. Hands the ball off to Gonzalez to the right side, who gets a couple of yards.
That's Eric Gonzalez.
Gain of about 6 yards on the play.
Gain 6, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. We're going to have a timeout on the field. The referee rumbling down to talk to someone on the La Quinta sideline. Asking the timer to put 8 seconds back on the clock. So here we go, 1 minute and 38 seconds left to go. Grover with the snap, rolls out to his right, looks to pass, has a man open, caught by number 4. That's Alex Tran. It's gonna be a first down for the Aztecs at the Mustang 6-yard line. And that's going to be a timeout on the field by the referees. Now let's get back to next week's matchup. So Magnolia and Santiago were actually in the Crestview League. The Crestview League was the first league I believe that Santiago was in when they started their varsity football program. So a little bit of an old school rivalry.
Go, he's getting off.
A little Anaheim Union High School District, Garden Grove Unified School District matchup.
Go, get on the line.
A little battle with our neighbors to the north.
Go up on the line, let's go! On the off!
The Aztec fans here imploring the team to get to the line to run their play. Grover getting ready. First and goal here. Clock is now running. Grover takes the snap, hands the ball off, keeps it himself to the right side. That's going to be a touchdown for the Aztecs. The Aztecs still in this game. It is not over yet, folks. It is not over yet. The Aztecs coming back strong here in the fourth quarter. It's been a tale of really 4 different quarters here for each team. The Aztecs pretty much own the first quarter. The Mustangs own the second and the third. But the Aztecs coming on strong here in the fourth quarter, not giving up, showing plenty of fight. 1 minute, 11 seconds left to go here. 28-25. Aztecs looking to go for 2 to pull within 1. And this is why the crowd is still here, and this is what makes high school football so exciting. These kids want to win this game, and they are still out there. The momentum was all on Costa Mesa's side. The Aztecs now 2 touchdown drives in a row. Grover takes the snap, hands the ball off to the right. The 2-point conversion is good. The Aztecs are now down by 1 point, 28-27. So here we go, folks. We're going to see one of the most exciting plays in football. The onside kick is no doubt coming. 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go here at Monsoor Stadium. The Aztecs have made this a game. They were within 1 score last week. They are within 1 point tonight. Aztecs looking to get their first win of the season. This team battles. This team is not going to give up until the very last play. Coach Stewart stressed that this team needed to finish the game this week, and that's exactly what they are doing. Despite being down 28-13, they have stormed back here in the fourth quarter and now trail 28-27 against the Costa Mesa Mustangs. Mustangs lining up, expecting onside here. Here we go. And we have a timeout by the Mustangs. So Michael Palacios looking to try and get this ball back for the Aztecs. No doubt some nerves on both sidelines right now. Big play coming up here. Aztecs coming back and just not giving up and showing fight all throughout the fourth quarter. So here we go, folks. It looks like the Mustangs recover the ball at the 48-yard line, so it's going to be first down and 10 for the Mustangs. Depending on how many timeouts the Aztecs have left, we're just going to see a few run plays here from the Mustangs. Now, the Mustangs haven't really had any issues with the snaps. They haven't had any issues with the wetness on the field, the condition of the football, so that's a plus going into this drive for them, unless it all falls apart for them here. So we'll see. No doubt they're going to keep everything tight, victory formation, to make sure even if something goes awry, they'll have a good shot at getting the ball back. But you have to give it up to the Aztecs, just the fight that they had throughout this whole game, the tenacity and just the drive to stay in this game and to keep fighting until the very end was, it's very admirable. And Coach Stewart has a good team here who's going in the right direction, and they have to be excited moving forward.
Second down and 11.
So on the kneel down, the clock's running. It looks like we're just going to go into the end of the game here, but valiant effort here by the Aztecs, who really can lead this game holding their heads up high with their effort and how they just did not give up. So it looks like that's going to take us to the end of the game here at Michael Monsoor Stadium. The final, Costa Mesa 28, the Aztecs 27. Aztecs coming alive just a little bit too late here in the game. They took a 13-0 lead into the second quarter before the Mustangs rattled off 2 straight touchdowns to take a 14-13 lead into halftime. Coming out of halftime, La Quinta fumbled their first 2 drives of the third quarter, which led to Costa Mesa points at a 28-27 lead, or a 28-13 lead. You know, they fought back valiantly here in the fourth quarter, but just ultimately coming up short. Again, I thank you. I am David Mora here for the Garden Grove Unified School District Public Information Office. On behalf of Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics, I thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Ben Nguyen. Thank you to Kangdo of La Quinta High School for helping me here on this broadcast. We will see you next Thursday for Magnolia here at Monsoor Stadium to take on the Santiago Cavaliers.